77666. You want a horse? Link Claudia Davis, man. You want a piece of land? She are the real big woman. Miss Davis, she are the real big woman. With she, you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own here car land. Miss D are the real big woman. With she, you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own here car land. She tell me pre-smart, pre-better. Get your own damn place so you prefer every day. Me wife have to sign up letter car. NHT them a real trendsetter. Plus me don't get a youth of a member. Me son just on table in December. And she do construction too. She will build your house for you and you get it well rendered. Davis, she are the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own here car land. Miss D are the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own here car land. She now start it and left you there. Me I tell your brother yes she well prepared. And if you're meeting enough farmer panga wrong, she give you lawyer brother clear your fear. She are the best RST agent. She help the need if you stop pay rent. They don't care about mind them just give me strength by steel and gravel and black and cement out. Now me house that I build up on the eye. Me a save some me money gone up in the sky from. Me meet Claudia, me say me nah lie bang. Have money and me pocket never giant. Me swear for me life say me son him have to fly so. Hypocrite pagan while we die. And you can't stop Claudia Davis, don't try. Every day another house gone. I Miss Davis, she are the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own here car land. Miss D are the real big woman. With she you coulda never go wrong with she. You can own house and a van through she. You can own here car land. Yeah man, you know Claudia Davis, pick up yourself. That's a like, subscribe, and share. Claudia Davis, can get your house anywhere. Just be prepared without no fear.
All right, Tony, stop the bouncing. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for opening live today. I'm Claudia.
And I'm Tony.
Oh, Tony, I have a slight delay there. You forgot who you were. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Those of you who were here last week when we came back on in this new studio, thank you so much for coming back today. And if you're joining us for the first time, special welcome. Now, what did we do last week?
We looked at why real estate builds wealth.
Okay, great. What we're doing this week?
We're going to look at how you can actually get started in using real estate to build wealth.
Exactly. And last week, the actual motto or call it slogan was
buy dirt and wait. I think that's what it was.
Don't wait to buy dirt.
Oh, don't wait to buy dirt.
Buy dirt and wait.
Buy dirt and wait.
Right. Because last week we actually focused on land, everybody. So remember, don't wait to buy dirt. Buy dirt and wait. All right. So today we have lots to talk about. So stay tuned. Do not go away.
Welcome to Palmetto Pines, where your dream home awaits on St. John's Road, Spanish Down, St. Catherine. Discover over 200 gated residential lots in a vibrant community designed with you in mind. Visit us for a site tour and see firsthand the future of family living. Our lots start at just 6.5 million for 3,000 square feet, offering a safe, spacious environment for your family to grow. You may fill out your application online at palmettopinesja.com or come to our office on location to get started with only a 5% deposit. Palmetto Pines, where dreams find their home. Visit us today and take the first step towards a brighter tomorrow. Secure your lot and begin the journey to living your best life.
Welcome back, everyone. So who is on YouTube, Tony?
I see Sasha saying hi, ladies. Divinity's also here. Hi, Divinity. Dancehall Entertainment is back with us. Hi. And we have Lorna here. And Johnson says good afternoon. And Currency Walk is here as well. Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter. Yes, but you know, for us, we work every day, literally. So on TikTok, I'm seeing Delroy. Delroy is here. Hi, Delroy. Sweet 683. Alan Nugent. Hi. My Roots. Hi. Naja. Hi. Not sure why I'm not able to scroll the TikTok screen today. Oh, there it is. So everybody remember to share the live. Invite your friends to come on as well. And shake your body, tap the screen. We don't want TikTok to think we're not here. Hi, Kevin. Remember, shake your body, tap the screen, all right? Give us some love, That's how the TikTok works. If you don't do that, then it's gonna bump us up. So we're live on YouTube. We're also live on TikTok. Are we live on Facebook?
Yes, we are on Facebook as well.
All right, so wherever you listen to your favorite person, Claudia and Tony Ann, we're live everywhere. All right, so Tony, back to what we were talking about. Do not wait to buy dirt. Buy dirt and wait.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? And we're going to put it on our t-shirt soon. But today we're going to take it a step further, everybody. Because I know that after the show, a lot of you are thinking, what Miss Dave is talking about, don't wait to buy dirt. Buy dirt and wait. How am I going to afford this?
How are you going to afford dirt?
How are you going to afford dirt? So today we're going to talk about actually affording property in Jamaica. We're going to break it down step by step, right? So what you can realistically afford, how to enter the market, and how to move from where you are to ownership. Notice I didn't say home ownership. I said ownership. That is ownership of real estate in general. Because the truth is, you're going to have to open up your mind a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Too many persons focus on, I want a house to live in.
Right.
Not realizing that real estate have so many different elbows and fingers and toes, and you're not exploring just about everything. Which
And lots of different ways to acquire it too.
Lots of different ways. Now, the truth is real estate is not just for people with money, because that's what you're thinking. That's the first thing that comes to your head. So, Ms. Davis, how am I going to afford this? How am I going to afford this? No. That's not the first thing that you think about. The first thing is that you must want it. Yeah. Simple. You must have the desire. The richest man in Babylon teaches us that. Step one to a lean purse, just want it. In other words, just like how you want a husband or you want a baby or you see that man and you desire it. That's what you do when you want something. So if you want to go to university, come across your brain, it has to pop into your head first. Literally. The thought must enter the brain first, which is why some persons will say, oh, I didn't know that I should buy real estate. I didn't know that I should go to university. Because in their circle, nobody ever said, go to university. Or nobody ever said, buy real estate.
Yeah. And
right?
I guess because I grew up with you buying real estate so early, it's always been a very present topic in our household and even with other people. But I realized that a lot of households don't have this topic. Children grow up just assuming that they live somewhere and they don't realize if it's catching, renting, or actual ownership that's happening.
Right.
And it's not until they get later down in life, they're like, okay, so this was actually the situation here.
Or they got thrown out.
Yeah.
or somebody start cussing, come out of my house, come out, they get this realization, oh, this doesn't belong to us. Like I hear my grandson say, no, this is grandma's house. This is grandma's house. He literally says it now. That's the youngest one, right? The younger one. But it starts with a desire. You must have the desire. To get that desire, the thought must pop into your head. Because remember, I have to think before I speak. I cannot speak without thinking. So which is why it starts with the mind. That's where everything starts. Whatever it is that you want, it starts there. Notice I did not say need. Did not say need, guys. Because if we're saying need, do I really need another house to live in? No. Do I need another car? Do I need another husband? Do I need some more children? No. Do I need a second job? Maybe not. But really and truly, humans just want things. We just want things. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't move like instincts like the other animals. We just want things, really. So it must pop in your head that you want this house.
And it's
Or
usually
you want this land.
and it's only gonna pop in your head if you've come across it.
Yeah. Yeah, usually. Maybe you're reading some books or the people around you. As Tony said, so like everybody who par with us own real estate. It's like, and if you come into the circle, you don't own a real estate, it's like we talk about it so much, literally in the car, anywhere where we're talking about real estate, eventually they get bugged,
Yeah.
Say, Miss Davis, no mom, Miss Davis, I'm coming with you today. Where are you going? What you doing? And so on and so forth. Eventually they will get it. But if you're one of those persons who don't have that around you, then chances are, but of course you have us now, you have the YouTube channel, you have all our other channels and so on that you can interact with us, right? So the first thing is desire. Then you must have the passion, the drive behind it. So just like when you see a young man or a young woman that you look at her and you say, yes, I like her.
Skin catch a fire.
Your skin catch a fire. Every cell in your body starts to burn off. It's the same thing. When you look at the real estate in magazines or physical, or you look at the videos and so on, or you're driving around and you see that house. I remember driving around, I saw a 3-story house at a corner. And I said, yes, I want one of those.
A 3-story house?
A 3-story house, as if somebody prominent house too, which is why I can't call the name.
Mm-hmm.
But literally, my second daughter and her grandfather driving around in my 1970 VW Bob. We do that every Saturday. Used to. He's no longer with us. And I tell you, when I saw the 3-story house, I was like, I want one of this. and
it wasn't even the beauty of it, right?
No,
it was just the
it's
grandness.
just the grandness.
Yeah.
The magnificent
of so much concrete.
Yeah.
Being able to build so much concrete.
Literally blew me away. So you need a passion, right? And you need something else that I call stick-to-itiveness. That's a real word, guys. Stick-to-itiveness. And I have to look at the screen to pronounce it, because if I'm not looking at the screen, I can't pronounce it. But you have to stick to it. So when you buck your toe, when you fall down, when somebody tell you no, or somebody just swoop on the property from underneath your foot, like what's happening right now to us. But all when them do that, it don't faze you. That happened to us with EcoStead, actually. Where we were there spinning like gigs, somebody just went in and put in an offer. But God is good, because their thing was turned down. And then we were able to just come back in. But guess what? During that 3 months, we looked at so many properties. Remember, we looked at so many properties. And we still came back to that and said, Tony, said that first property was the right one. Why did we lose it? And we moaned and groaned about it till boom, the creator said, no, man, you're one. And we actually got it.
But the good thing is, though, even though the first opportunity looked like it was lost, we didn't quit.
Yes.
We continued.
You continued. It's a stick-to-itiveness. That's what is important, right? Now, some of you don't have the network around you that will help you to do these things. But I always say, if you don't have it, marry into it, guys. Marry into it, ladies and gentlemen. Marry into it. And if you don't have it, you're going to cultivate. You can't find the marriage part to deal with. Cultivate friends. Cultivate friends. So if you want to ride a bicycle, or you want to learn to drive a tractor trailer. All of your friends them a ride bicycle. Oh, you gonna learn to drive a tractor trailer. Come on. It's the same thing, right? So that's what we're giving you today. So now, before we're going any further, let me know. Do you think you can afford property right now? Drop it in the chat. TikTokers. Talking to you too. YouTubers.
Can
Hi.
you afford property right now?
Hi, Kevin's there. Maki above. Who is that? Let's see. All right, let me see where everybody's starting on. Starting from. Can you afford to buy a property? Anybody in the comments as
No
yet?
comments yet from YouTube. Sharika says it's desire, passion, stick-to-itiveness, and a network.
Yes. Yes, Sharika, you summed it perfectly. That's what you need. If you don't have that around you, remember, cultivate it. It's important. The 5 or 6 persons closest to you, the person you would WhatsApp, email, or as you hear something, you say, let me call Claudia, let me call to them. Those are the people you need around you who will take this walk with you and who will not only take the walk with you, but when you fall down, just them saying, get up, Sharika, get up. What you doing? Did you go and look at the place? Yeah, did you put in an offer? What did the bank say? Just those things.
Currency says yes, but buy what you can afford.
Right. All right. So
anybody
now,
from TikTok answered? You don't know how to scroll?
Sometimes I'm able to. Maybe it's how I touch a screen. I'm not so sure. But TikTok, not cooperating with me today at all. TikTok, yeah, let me down. All right, Tony. So before we go ahead, let us just move to the current affairs so that you can stay on top of what's happening. My TikTokers, I'm not sure if you're asking me something or a question. Maybe put it back on the screen so I can see it. Current affairs today. So the Gleaner brought out an article. Incomplete developments trigger state crackdown. They're calling Jamaica the state, right? More than 157 real estate developments across Jamaica are currently listed as incomplete, despite passing their estimated completion date, according to the Real Estate Board's public register. The figure highlights ongoing challenges in the sector, with some homeowners still awaiting delivery of their units. It has reinforced the regulator's drive to curb non-compliance. We want to ensure that persons who are paying on these development schemes, that the developer is compliant and that their interests are protected, said Acting Chief Executive Officer of the REB, Crestford Brown, in the Gleaner interview. The incomplete project spans several parishes and vary widely in scale, from small 4-lot schemes to large developments exceeding 200 units. Many of these were originally estimated for completion by December 2025, yet, as of March 2026, remain unfinished, according to the REB's public listings. All the purchasers' funds were collected in the project should be placed in a trust account, he explained. That creates transparency in terms of accounting for how those funds are utilized. He said the board has already initiated legal proceedings against at least one developer. The matter remains before the court. Brown explained that the legal action forms part of a broader program aimed at identifying and sanctioning developers alleged to have failed to meet statutory obligations under the Real Estate Developers and Dealers Act. He added that developers who fall out of compliance should neither advertise developments nor accept deposits. They must ensure they are maintaining their registration prior to engaging in a development business. The REB has also highlighted the importance of Jamaica's beneficial ownership reporting regime, which obliges companies to disclose the individuals who ultimately own or control them. Companies that fail to file or update this information may face sanctions and restrictions. Brown said the prevalence of incomplete projects underscores why enforcement has been stepped up. One of the most important investments anybody can make is buying land. or a unit in a development scheme. He noted, so we are doing increased monitoring and taking steps to ensure there is compliance overall. I would say that's a good move for the real estate board to start to monitor those things.
Hold on. Somebody says, hi, Claudia, there's no sound on YouTube. Let me see.
I'm still on green.
You're still on green. Let me check something on this side. Let's see.
TikTok, can you hear me? Somebody let me know if they can hear.
Says I'm losing signal. I can see it. Why am I losing signal?
Is your attachment plugged out?
No, it's not. Sharika says she's hearing. I am plugged in, but it's telling me here that my signal is low.
Anybody else not hearing?
No, this Shoshana says she's hearing as well.
Oh, TikTok, yes. Bella says she can hear.
All right, wonderful.
All right.
All right, I'll keep watching it.
Okay. So yes, the real estate board, they're starting to do a good job. They've always done a good job actually, but now they're focused on development as they should, because we do have a lot more developments coming on stream.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's look at now. Let's move on to the topic at hand. How are you going to afford this real estate? Well, we started talking about your wealth mindset. That needs to change. Sharika summed it up. What was the summary again, Tony?
Sharika said desire, passion, stick-to-itiveness, and network.
Right. Very good, guys. Want to put that on a t-shirt as well?
It seems we have one set of persons hearing and then another set of persons not hearing us. That's odd.
Could it be the device that they're on? Those of you not hearing, which device are you logged on to? Is it a phone or is it your laptop?
They should all be able to hear us because we're the ones emitting the sound.
TikTok is hearing us fine. Hi, Shanna. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, but TikTok is directly connected to your phone, so they would hear you. It would be the persons connected to the external microphone that would be having issue hearing us.
Can you disconnect the boom mic? And they hear us through the laptop.
I have 3 other microphones here. The laptop has a mic, the camera has a mic, and then the boom. The only issue is that the boom is the only one with the noise cancellation.
Okay, got it. So do you need the camera to have a mic on? But which device? No, we have to get that sorted. Is it too late to ask chat to help us? What a problem yesterday connecting. What was the problem again? Oh my gosh.
Well, we did our testing
We did yesterday. And it was, thank God for Chat GTP. I lift my hat to the people who invent these things. I'm just loving it, literally loving it. And we just went on to chat, this is happening, what should we do? And it just said, click that, do that, and boom, it was there.
That's good, yeah.
So you probably need to tell chat what's happening.
Yeah, so see there, Sharika and Farah says they're hearing. And Rosso says they're hearing.
All right, let's move on to poor mindset. Those of you not hearing, maybe you could go back to the recorded version, right?
Mm-hmm.
And listen. Sorry for the inconvenience on that. We, as I say now, we look like we don't know what we're doing. That's correct.
No, every day is a trial and error.
All right. But thank you for staying with us for the journey. Now, let's look at poor mindset. That's something you will have to adjust in your head. Poor mindset versus rich mindset. Now, I needed to learn this because this is where everything starts, literally, guys, in your mind. It starts in your mind. Before money, before property, before opportunity, it really seriously does start with how you think. There's a saying, if you think you are defeated, you already are. Don't remember who said it. Popped in my head
Something
because
about
it's
twice
something I learned.
defeated, right?
Yeah, you're twice defeated. This is because I go through all these seminars and and I read all these books.
If somebody knows the actual code, they can send us in the chat.
Send us in
Something
the
about
chat.
twice defeated.
Yes, if you think you are defeated, you're twice defeated. Something like that. And I always keep that in my head. No, the poor mindset thinks money first. So your friends invited to a party. First thing you think, ouch, can't afford the ticket. Ouch. Need a dress, but I can't afford it. Ouch. I need a shoes, but I can't afford it. Want to go to Disney land? Oh, can't afford it. And then I'm going to get a visa. I can't afford it.
Young people not thinking.
I can't afford to buy the visa. Poor mindset thinks money first, right?
Mhm.
But the rich mindset thinks, how am I going to do this? Not even how am I going to get the money. It's how am I going to do this? That's a rich mindset. So the poor mindset thinks money. The rich mindset thinks, how am I going to do this? In other words, what strategy am I going to employ to do this? So you want to go to university? Don't think about university costs and, it's 1 million US and is this and is that. No. That's not what pops into your head first, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the poor mindset say, I don't have enough money. I can't do it. And literally, that's where the conversation stops. Literally, because you've told yourself and you don't have any money, you can't afford it. Literally, the conversation stops. No, sometimes it's not even as if you need this money right now, do you?
No.
You might need it 3-4 months down the road.
I know that we
But
just
right here, so you stop. Huh?
We saw the Rhythm Party advertising for October. Of course, we can have the money by October.
October, yeah. Yeah, we're looking at a party coming up in October. Diaspora conference is also coming up, guys. So, but what does the rich say? Mindset say, all right, what can I afford right now and how can I afford it? How can I afford it? That's the key. Not next year, not when everything is perfect, but right now, how can I afford it? So the poor mindset waits for money. Wait for the money to come. Wait for the perfect time. Wait for the perfect wife, the perfect husband, the perfect kids, perfect house. What are you waiting on? There's no such thing as perfection. Is there? I've built houses. I've never built a perfect house. Even the very first house I built, I still say, damn, why did I put this here? Literally. Where is the storage in this house? This morning I was saying the same thing. What was I thinking? You told me that?
Somebody gave us the correct quote. It's from Marcus Messiah Garvey.
Great.
Without confidence, you're twice defeated in the race of life. I think that's what it says.
Right. Without confidence, you're twice defeated in the race of life.
Oh, twice defeated in the race called life.
The race called life. Marcus Messiah Garvey, or old Marcus Messiah Garvey. You need to listen to him. Right? You need to listen to him. All right? So, poor mindsets wait and you're waiting forever. But the rich mindset starts small. They say, I might not be able to buy the dream house today, but I can buy dirt today. This piece of dirt here, so I can buy this piece of dirt. And this is what I'm going to buy today. That's what the rich mindset says. So the rich mindset says, hold on a little bit. This house costing 50 million, but this 10-acre dirt here, so it's 50 million. How can I afford the 10-acre dirt? Maybe I don't need to afford it all by myself. Don't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where your network comes in now. So your rich mindset builds step by step. All these empires that you see did not start here. Here. They started down here. Literally. All of them, no matter whose empire it is, they all started here. Maybe you, the people who started it, not alive. Right? But they all started at ground zero.
And the thing about empires is those looking on always see the end
Yes.
or the high of the empire. You don't see the day struggle and the beginning of that journey.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we get envious of seeing what the empire is now
Yes.
and not understanding the work that goes into
In
creating.
the empire and creating and the work in keeping it.
Yeah.
So it's not just building the empire, it's keeping it. Because 10 generations ago, may have started this empire, the foundation. And this current 10th generation is destroying it. Or the 5th generation destroyed it, so the 10th generation have to start over. That's serious right there, guys. So you not only have to think about starting, you have to think about how does this continue? How do I train these children to continue? Because I have started. People before me did not start. But I'm starting now, consciously, deliberately, I'm starting.
Mom, but even something as basic as buying a car. Do you remember when we used to wake up 4 o'clock to get that big bus
Yeah.
at 5 a.m. to get us to downtown to get to school and work?
Yes.
And I look at that and then I look at the progression when you bought the VW Bug.
Mhm.
And then we struggled with that. It kept breaking
Down
down
and all of
you were
that.
timid to drive it on the highway.
Yeah.
Remember, it was just, and then you
I was
bought the,
timid to drive it to even to the market.
yeah, and then we got the Fiat,
Yeah.
and then the Swift, and then the Pulsar,
Yeah.
and the Honda, and now we walk for pleasure.
Yes.
I do 10Ks in the morning for pleasure, but at the time when we were starting out,
Yeah.
I was like, it was a real struggle to get up to do those walking.
To the walk.
Yeah, so even
Well,
that
you do
is
it
just-
for pleasure now. I don't do it for no pleasure. I'm still not even thinking about that. But yeah, you know, the progress starts with somebody, guys. The foundation starts with somebody. And the progress must be with you. So you probably start the foundation, or your parents or your grandparents start this foundation. So you now must do the progress. You understand? You must understand it. You must respect it. So many persons do. They stop. You don't stop. You continue. And while you're continuing, you train. You're bringing some people in with you. Train. All right? So the saying is, I can't afford property. The real question is, what can I afford to start with right now? So, does our t-shirt say buy what you can afford until you can afford what you want? No.
No, our t-shirt says,
No, not
be
yet.
great
So
to
we don't-
yourself.
Okay. So the slogan for this week is buy what you can afford until you can afford what you want.
Yeah, I think currency remembered it.
Currency, remember it?
Yeah, because we've been saying it for years now.
No, yeah. Right.
And it comes to, like, no matter where you are in the stage of real estate, you still can only
Buy what you can
buy
afford.
what you can afford.
Yeah.
It doesn't change.
It doesn't change. It doesn't change. So you may have a lot of money, but you can only buy a $100 million property. You still cannot buy a $200 million property. So it really does come to buying what you can afford at the time. All
And
right.
the sooner you understand that lesson, the easier it is to look at real estate deals
Mm-hmm.
and figure out what it is you're going to actually purchase.
Right.
To get that mental hurdle out of the way.
Yes. So a lot of persons are trying to start at the top.
They want to arrive.
Yeah, you want to arrive. No, you have to enter the market and then you go into it, guys. So if that makes sense to you, you're going to put in the motto. Buy what you can afford until you can afford what you want. Somebody drop that in the chat, please. Drop it in the chat.
And give us some thumbs up.
Give us some thumbs up. And let me know if what we're saying makes sense. TikTokers, let me know if what we're saying makes sense.
She are the best RST agent. She help the need if you stop pay rent. They don't care about mind them, just give me strength. By steel and gravel and black and cement out. Now me house that I build up on the high. Me a save some me money gone up in the sky from. Me Claudia, me say me nah lie bank. Have money and me pocket never giant. Me
Salute. That's so cool. All right. So now that we've looked at the mindset, I hope you all change that right now. Let's move to what can you actually afford? Here we go. Most people are not priced out of the market. You're just looking at the wrong side of it. Think about it, guys. Not that you're priced out of the market, really and truly. You're just looking at the wrong side of the market. The truth is, you may be able to afford oranges
Mm-hmm.
and not grapes.
Right.
The grapes are over the south side of the market. The oranges are on the north side of the market. But you're on the wrong side. You're in the south side with literally looking for oranges in the grape jungle. You will never find it. Seriously.
And the thing too, you're probably able to rent grapes,
Yes.
but you can't buy grapes.
You can't buy grapes. So that has a skewing effect. It happened to me. Because when I was younger, where my father threw me out from was Kingston 6, Millsboro Avenue to be exact. I mean, real top place. He was only able to buy that because everybody was running away in the 70s. And it was a E-class, him having cash and him could have buy one. I mean, literally giving out houses dirt in the 70s when I had the upheaval and person just running away. I was plucked out of Jonestown and put up there. So it was chalk to cheese, literally. When I left Jonestown, and I remember my cousin came first, I left Jonestown and driving. And when we started coming up into halfway tree and coming up now into Ligani and Barbican, I was like, what?
Well, Chris says sometimes you can buy grapes that are bruised.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. But still, if
Which
it's
is basically what your dad did.
Yeah, but I can't tell you, no, you look for the windfall. But when I came up and I saw those houses, I said, well, I swear I was in foreign. Leaving Jonestown and all them zinc fence and this and that, road them little bit and everything. And you come up now to the hill, Millsboro Hill, and you see some house look like castle.
But it's still that way. Like, I was literally in Spanish Town on Saturday and I was in the town.
Yeah.
And when I came out of the town and went up to halfway tree and Ligani, it feels like you're in a whole different
part of Jamaica,
Yeah.
which you are. But seriously, now I understand why the students who are in the country parts and they come to Kingston for school, they don't go back.
I know, but the thing is, when I'm in Spanish and I'm like, oh, why don't I have a dual carriage road? Everyone is like this one lane.
Yeah, seriously. So I know, right? But it's not that you're priced out of the real estate. It's simply that you're looking at the wrong part, the wrong starting point for you. Because everybody have to start from where they are, guys. Remember this, you must start from where you are. So I had to start from where I was. Tony and Rich, I will start from where they are. Xander and Zaven will start from where they are. You must start from where you are. Because the truth is, I can tell you this too. If you don't decide, so if Tonya doesn't decide to build on the foundation that I've built, and she decides to start over, dog nyamar supper. You understand? She now has to struggle to start, not from where she is, but to go below the level, which is even harder. It's harder. You don't seem to understand that, but it is harder. If you born, come see your family with house, you have your own bed, your own bedroom. What you need to do is build onto that foundation that they're going to leave. It may literally mean that you develop that house first. It may also literally mean that you expand that house first with some income and everybody comfortable or whatever. It may literally mean that. It may literally mean that you're going to take mama's income now, because mama don't pay for the house, but mama still at work. You're going to take mama's income, join with your income, and you're going to get something else. It may literally mean that. But you're not starting from zero.
Yeah.
What is happening is that so many persons, you're born, come see a house, you run, leave it for whatever reason, you don't turn back, none at all, you're gone, and you're starting all over from scratch, and you don't need to.
Some people like the hard work.
That's what you call it?
Or the struggle.
Yeah, you don't have to start from scratch. You only start from zero. If you're really genuine at zero. But many persons not at zero.
As he says, that's the thing, how we are going to liberate Black people is the question.
Yes, that's the question. How will I liberate the Black people? Seriously, stop the running up and down and the chasing things. You have family land, dead left land. Regularize it, no man. Do subdivision. Get cousin auntie peace, Mary peace, John peace, so that everybody have them know them have them foundation and them starting point. Who have sense can do that. You understand what I'm saying? Start with where you are.
I think what happens to the one who is smart in the family, and then you have the fufu one, and let me be clear, some family have some fufu people. Like, it's just how nature divides itself. You
Yeah.
have some other high in intelligence, and
Yeah.
some of us just aren't. And
Yeah.
I think they get some fighting from those that are not as intelligent to understand what's trying to be achieved,
Yes.
or the leader has not fully explained what needs to be
Yeah.
achieved.
I think the leader has not explained, the leader has not stopped to fully immerse everybody in this is a plan. This is what we're doing. And get the buy-in. What is your role? All right. Your role is to go to tax office. Find out how much piece of land mama did own. You understand?
Mhm.
Your role is to go and find a valuator who can come value. You find a surveyor. What is it? Why aren't we working like that together? We do have the legacy and the foundation. We do have that. All right. So you must work from where you are. Remember that. Now, enter the market at a lower cost. Now, let's start at the easiest point. The easiest point is land, everybody. Hands down.
Mhm.
The easiest entry point is land. Telling you, that's the cheapest way to get onto this property ladder. It doesn't have to start with your dream family house. And I'm now freezing,
Really?
but
How are you freezing? I'm barely feeling the AC.
you're barely feeling it. Oh my God, you have lizard blood. No, land allows you to enter the market at a lower cost, right? You can take your time to build up, and you benefit from growth in the market. Now, in Jamaica, it really depends on the location, but you still can find land up from 3 million up the line. I would say let us use NHT range, which is 5 to 10. Shout out to the people on TikTok. TikTok, you have to shake your body, you have to tap that screen, or I'm telling you, TikTok will shut us down.
Somebody telling them to give you a shout out.
Yeah,
there.
give me a shout out, guys. Give you a shout out. Hi, TikTokers. Thank you so much for joining today. All right. So, Tony,
Mhm.
are you watching my screen? You can secure the land, hold on to it, plan your next move. All right. You don't have one of those? I have that on my thing. You don't have it?
No.
No? So I need to be able to see your screen. We're kind of using two independent screens because we haven't figured out to sync these laptops as yet. But I guess that's a lesson for the next week. Now let's address a major mistake people make. You jump right into your dream home. As I said, look at real estate as having different tentacles. It has fingers, toes, eyes, ears, mouth. It have all kind of things that you can pluck and put here, pluck and put there. And before you know it, you have a whole real estate portfolio. That makes sense.
Chris says one of the first things I need to do is to stop buy the big expensive cars and buy a pro box and invest in the land first.
Yes. Or invest in the land first. That's what I did first. I didn't buy a car. The truth is, if you buy a car first, it's the next baby that you're going to feed.
Not only that, too, when you buy the car first, it comes with so many, like you said, baby expenses.
Yes.
And the luxury of not being able to bust that you can't make the transition back if you need to.
If you need to, you can't make the transition. I didn't. As a matter of fact, my journey was Tonian first at 17. Then I bought the house, moved when I was 23. Then when I was 28, I had another baby. And when I was 29, I bought a 1970 VW Bug.
No, before that you went to college, don't you?
No, when I was 30, I went in. I had the VW bug when I went in.
Oh.
I had the VW bug. So I did it backwards. I did the university last. So like my children did the university first, but that was because they had me. You see what I'm saying? So you have to start from where you are. You have to start from where you are, guys.
So everybody going to say your time is different, you know. Back then you could easily get work without a degree. Now you have to get masters before you can get your first job.
No, you can't get work without a degree. My first job was stuffing envelopes in a
Oh, that wasn't that's your first job?
Yeah, that was my first job.
I thought you did like security work and
I did. Yeah, true. Security. Yeah, that's true. You know, I did a security job too. I'll forget about it. Yeah, I did a security job. As a security guard at the airport, actually, working for Dirk Security at the time. But guys, you have to start from where you are. And literally, I was when I got the house, I started off in envelopes, and I got promoted to telephone operator. So you could say I was a call center operator when I bought my first house.
Mm-hmm.
Call center operator. So put me in the position of a call center operator now, earning 60,000 per month. Yes, you can buy a house. But you're thinking of your dream house, you're thinking of big location, you're thinking about everything of a perfect and everything of a ready done. You want 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, must have everything in it. So you go on. To the point. Now, if you keep up that mentality, guys, you're gonna get so caught.
To be fair, the developers have spoiled us.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when you really look online, all the developments are there, pretty, model units furnished and everything. And people just enter the market thinking this is the perfection and this is what I want. But that perfection comes at a cost.
Comes at a cost. And it might cost you and you can't buy anything else.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But you have to start with what you can afford now. And the truth is you really should hit the first property before you're 25.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did with my kids. And that's what I will do with my grandsons. Or train these guys to make sure that happens. You must get the first one before you're 25. Don't wait until you're 30, 35, 40. Because you get too spoiled. Your head space just messed up. You want to do this when you don't have no brain. You don't know say Spanish Town, them and do fire gunshot and them and do all of this thing.
Or that everybody take 3 bus to reach work.
Everybody who asks about Palmetto Pines, hear them. Oh, but a bad ear. I said, how old you are? Oh, I'm 35. I said, Nobody in their 20s asks that.
No, they don't.
Nobody, guys. When the young people come, I'm happy. I say, yeah, man. Them are going to own property. The other older people have too much history. The history is killing you.
It's not even their history.
It's
history that they heard from somebody.
And yes,
I always ask them, have you been in Spanish Town when there's gunshots?
Yeah, I have. We have lived in Spanish Town. That's where I bought my VW bug, Fairview Park.
And then I always ask them, where exactly in Spanish Town do you think the gunshot is happening?
Yes. Not realizing Spanish Town, the word Spanish Town is the city of Spanish Town.
Yeah.
The capital is Spanish Town. But these housing schemes are not even in the capital. They're on the outskirts. And
you don't have to go into
you don't have to go into Spanish Town because the government built big bypass. Plus the government also built highway. So they're just thinking of the history. And then they come with flooding and they come with this and say, yes, when I lived in Fairview Park, I flooded. Once.
Also, how many years were there?
Yeah, we were there like 12 years.
Yeah.
Flooded once. I mean,
but the flooding was kind of a good thing because you got the insurance and you're able to renovate the house.
I said, I want the next flooding up right now. Right now, Tony. But, guys, you cannot use a once-in-a-lifetime event. So if you live long enough, yes, you're going to go through a flooding, a hurricane, a storm, what else? A inflation, a depression, a recession, a high interest rate. You're going to go through all of those things. But you can't make a once-in-a-lifetime event stop you from acting and building this real estate portfolio that is going to get you to the wealth stage.
Right. We have to give a shout out to Barbara. Barbara says, I built my first property at age 27. I'm now
Good.
building my third property.
Good, Barbara. Yes, Barbara. That's how you do it. Start early. Now, those of you who missed the boat, because some persons definitely missed the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Boat gone already, can't get on it again. You have children. Push them to get on it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I tell you, so them not no sense now, you know. So, them literally pliable. You can literally, they're pliable. Get them to do this, right?
Barbara said she was working at a free zone when she did it.
Well, you did it, exactly. And remember, with NHT, you can do it. And don't let them tell you, oh, I'm leaving it to the giant with my husband and my wife and this and that. That may never happen. In this day and age, it may never happen. And those things cause so much problems. Have you seen it cause so many problems? All right, so your
It doesn't
first
have to, though.
doesn't have to, but if, unfortunately for us, it does. Your first property is not your final property. Remember that. Remember that, right? It's not your final property. The first property is not your final property. This is a start. You're going to go on to buy many properties, whether them be land, house, whatever. You know, a warehouse, think of a commercial. There's so many things, farm, land, just about everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go on to buy lots, right? So remember, a starter property is smaller for one, more affordable. It's not perfect, but it gets you in the market, which is where you want to be. So if you want to buy tomatoes at a reasonable price, you go down a Coronation Market and you get it, right? Or you can go push with your $1,000 in the supermarket and buy one tomato for 1,000. You can't go down at the market and go buy 4. So this you decide, right? The key is you're trying to enter the market. So think in steps. Don't think in one move, think in steps, right? So real estate really is a journey. Remember, if I want to get to the top of this building, I'm going to have to get something to leverage me. That would be a ladder that I get to leverage me. I can also use people to leverage me. When we're in the army and they train us to go over a 10-foot wall or whatever, it is actually people we use to leverage us. We have no ladder. So we use people, we run or jump in at the hand, we stay so we leap. Then the next man up there will pull us and we go up and we keep doing that till everybody's over the wall. You must start at the very first step, which is why we teach, and I'm reminded of this because of my grandsons again, that they teach 1, 2, 3, 4. They teach you in steps. A, B, C, D. There's a reason for that. Right? You don't just start out, can jump up to the 10th step on the ladder.
So start out reading.
No, unless you're like Rachel, who doesn't speak, but all this time she's listening to you, reading to her.
She's internalizing.
She's internalizing it till one day she just read it out, but then she have elephant memory, so she can just memorize the whole thing. Not necessarily that she know each word, but because you have read it so many times, this kid don't memorize it and can.
Henry's saying, true Claudia, first is not the end.
Mm-hmm.
And Birdie says, we must have a start point.
Yes, that is key. Starting is the key. That's what you need to remember. A lot of persons not remembering that, right? So step 1 is to buy what you can afford. That's the first step. Step 2 is to let it grow in value. And step 3, use that value to upgrade. Now, when you're buying the first property, step 1, one of the things that you have to remember, everything must grow with you. Your own education must grow with you as well. Your own financial education or your professional education or whatever it is you're doing while you're trying to grow this real estate. Your children must also grow with you. So not only are you yourself trying to build up this wealth so that your family can be better and do better and just have resources, you must ensure. So even if you say, okay, these kids will go primary school because we're going to buy this property and we're going to do this. When this kid is in primary school, ensure that this child has all the resources to grow as well. Don't just drop them out of primary school and leave them. And forget to them their primary school. When you come home in the evening, you don't remember. Homework must check. Them don't understand something, you need to explain it. Why are you doing all of that? This child must grow with you. You don't want to reach here, sir. Have a skyscraper, and this child is down here. What's gonna happen?
And what happens is as you're learning the concepts to you're able to teach it to the child. And that you can only teach something if your child is mastering their educational level at the time to understand what you're teaching them.
TikTokers, remember to shake your body, tap the screen. So upgrading value does not mean upgrading value to real estate alone. Upgrade yourself, upgrade your children, upgrade any other siblings and so on that are around you. You have to ensure that they are also upgraded.
Right.
When you're upgrading, you have to make sure that you're upgrading with skills that they already naturally come gifted at. So if a child comes naturally gifted with cooking or sports or academia, that is what you're going to make sure that their strengths, they use their strengths in those areas, right? Don't try cut down a round hole for putting a square peg.
Not only that too, in this day and age, any skill that you improve and perfect can be monetized.
Yeah? Like which ones?
Any skill. Cooking, dancing, singing, running, talking.
Oh, skills as in skills, real skills, or trades, yes. Any one of those can be monetized easily.
And any of them can add to building generational wealth.
Right.
Chris is saying the first step is to train your children about generational wealth, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. You have to teach them. And don't forget to tell them that, listen, mommy owned this. This is mommy's house. This is daddy's car. Stop hiding the things them from the people, the kids. There's so many of us that came up who did not know. Like, I didn't know my father owned 5 acres in St. Mary till I was really big, old. I'm like, what? Like, you have to understand.
But Xavier knows.
But because I am insisting that he knows. I'm insisting that he knows.
So he's like, he thinks you're going to forget because every time you enter the house, he reminds you.
And today he said, yes, last night, we're not in the same location now. And last night that I called him, he said, Grandma, I'm at your blue house. I said, yeah, are you enjoying yourself? Yes, he knows, he understands. Yeah. But he's a kid who has what Tony calls spatial awareness, meaning he knows everything that's going on around him. That's the kid now that you want to make sure knows everything, right? Because like my brother had that. I remember one time when men came in and us were living in Trenchtown. And the gunman came through the door and he said, Daddy gone with the money. Because they came in after my father, you know. And my father take out the money to the jacket and run through the back door. And as little as the kid was, he could say, Daddy gone with the money. Because he knows it's there, so Daddy keep the money. You understand? So Zaven is like that. He's the one who knows it. As I come through the door, where's Auntie Tony? As Tony comes through the door, where's Grandma?
I know last night we called him and I was showing on the camera and his dad was like, talk to Grandma. And when I came on, he was like, that's not Grandma. It's so funny.
And he was so disappointed too. You know, it's like, why are you want listening? I don't want to talk to you. You know? So you have to understand that you are to train your children and stop hiding things. Stop being afraid to tell them what's going on. Now, are you going to wait 5 to 10 years to buy a dream home? Or is it better to start with something small this year and grow into it? Which one? Tell me which one, guys. Wait 5 to 10 years to buy a dream home? Or do you just buy something now and you grow into it, or you sell that and you move again, or you sell that and you move again? But you have to keep it moving, man. All right. People in real estate don't wait for perfection, you hear? We don't wait for the perfect husband, the perfect children, perfect house, none of that. The perfect location, we don't. We look at it, we determine How can we afford this? Like right now, I'm having that conversation in my head with a piece of land. And that's the uppermost. The only way I will not chase is if at the end of how can I afford it? I'm like, whoa, this don't look like I like it, can't spin it now. But I don't stop at I don't have the money. It has to be how can I afford it?
Bertie said, Claudia, your grandson have critical thinking senses.
Yes, he does. He does. He does have that.
And Sharita says she's gonna buy now.
Buy now, right. Buy now. Everybody, you can ask the questions as we go along. Anything you want me to?
Do you have any questions on TikTok?
No, I'm not seeing any. Trying with NHT, that's Gavin. Yes, right. Gavin says yes, right. Anthony, hi, Anthony. He's a long time watcher and rising star in your life. Thank you, Anthony. I think that's TikTok saying that. See, sometimes the screen is moving, sometimes it doesn't move. I don't know what's going on. Tap the screen, everybody. Remember to tap the screen, or TikTok will certainly say, oh, you're not there. All right, so let's talk about something else that's really important when it comes to real estate. Because now that you're thinking about what you can afford, which is where your headspace should be by now, you need to protect yourself from some mistakes, right? So we're not saying buy cheap instead of buy right.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, you must buy right.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the first thing. We're not telling you to go buy cheap. We're saying that you must buy the right thing. Sometimes out there the land will look cheap, and you say, oh yeah, this is a good deal. It's a good deal. Quick sales. Yeah, man, we can't get this quick. This look nice and cheap, man. And then what happened? Ask yourself why it's so cheap. Why is it so cheap? Now in Jamaica, we have land with title and we have land without title. We have some land them called conveyance land. And we have some land without title and we have land with title.
Right.
Personally, I prefer to deal with land with a title, clear title from the NLA that shows the ownership, right?
Right.
And even if somebody hands me the title, I say, see there, Claudia, look at it. I'm still going to go to the NLA website and download the title. Mm-hmm. Because I know that when I do that, the NLA records should be good. And if I'm still unclear, I will go and visit them at the Arden Road to say, hey, check this, make sure this is legitimate, because I noticed this on your system, but I noticed it not mapping that, and I noticed this and all kind of things. Mm-hmm. So I'll make sure I look and do that due diligence, right? Land that is cheap to offer comes with no road, no utilities. So you have to look how easy it is to get the utilities to the location. It's just going to be a really uphill battle. Mm-hmm. You know, you buy the land for 10 million, it costs you 10 million to get the utilities there. Is it worth it for one small piece of land? Maybe worth it for a whole heap of land.
10 acres or so.
Right. But not for a small piece. You're going to look at, are there any boundary disputes? So that's the same thing. You map it on NLA. When you look at it, you say, but hold on, it look like the house over the side. So you're going to check it. Right? You're going to check it. You're going to get your surveyor. Check this for me. This don't look right. All right? Now, good land, you have clear ownership. You have proper documentation. That's key. The title. You can look at the property tax paper. Is the person's name on this property tax paper? NLA have been pretty good with that of late. They're now making sure that the property tax part of it is also updated. All right. Do you have legal access? Does it have a road in front of it that you can just go on? What's the development potential of this land? If I'm buying land, can it be subdivided into 2, 3, 4, 100, 200 lots? What is it? Does it have a good resale value based on where it is? Is it easily resold? Might cost you more upfront, but it protects your investment over time. And remember, real estate is a long game. Real estate is not a short, quick 100-meter sprint. It is a marathon. I'm here to tell you. It's a marathon. Been there, done that.
The blind one says 60% of lands in Jamaica have no title.
Yes, no title. So you have to be careful about that, right? So the price of the land is not the important thing. What's important is the legality of the land itself. So if you don't check all those things, and live kicked us out because nobody was tapping the screen.
No, they were tapping.
They were tapping. Ouch. Yeah, TikTok want me to do something. Unable to verify. Come on, TikTok.
Okay.
Now I'm back. Tap the screen, guys. Our TikTok will just kick us out. So, if you don't check the legality, you may not be able to transfer it. You may not be able to build on it. You may get many disputes. And worst thing, you lose your money. Absolute worst thing. Right? This is why serious buyers always check. You want to check National Land Agency, who own it. Is the title clear? Are there any restrictions? That's usually on the title. So we tend to buy the title. You can buy the title as well. I think we showed you that in other videos. Right, Tony? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we have.
Where you can buy the title for yourself. And you can read the covenant. You can see who owns it. The last entry with the name is usually who owns it now at this point in time.
Someone wants to know, is it not illegal to buy or sell land without title?
No, it's not. With 60% of the lands don't have any title, that cannot be legal. You can sell land without a title.
I think,
but you, the buyer, must make sure they can show clear ownership. How did they get it? How did they buy it?
Isn't titling relatively new to Jamaica?
Relatively.
Yeah.
I never check it, but that should be on the website. Now, before you buy the land, you're going to confirm these things. Ownership. Who is the registered owner of the land? So not only must you see this title that has the man's name, John Brown, you look at the ID, John Brown. One of the things you're looking for too is, how old is this land? So if you look at you, to say, John Brown was transferred in 1966. And the John Brown you have in front of you now, when you look on him ID, but this man about 1974. So how him did buy the land in 1966 if he bought 1974? Because, guys, remember, people have similar name. All right? So you want to check that. Plus, sometimes fathers give them son them name. So this son may be trying to pull one a fast one on you. So you check for those things, right? Make sure it's clear and transferable. Some titles come with caveats, blockages, all kind of things. You can't even transfer the title. It says, this shall not be transferred as long as Mary Brown is still alive. All those things. So you check it. Encumbrances like mortgages, caveats, or claims. Those, your legal representative can handle those things for you. You are to not skip on the survey. You are to ensure that you do a survey. Go with the surveyor or if you can't go, you make sure you present yourself. Where's the land? You usually draw some red line. These are the boundaries. And he shows you where the property is, especially if it's land in isolation. Meaning land, your parcel is, you're in a whole heap of bush around you. Make sure. Access. You must have legal road access. Some lands coming up, we call an easement. where you walk through this land to get there. But the title must show that that's the easement to get there, right? Some persons have an easement like to the side to get to the backland and so on. So it must show. Your utilities, water and electricity nearby. Well, these days you probably don't even worry too much about that because these days you have solar
And rain.
and you have rainwater. Don't forget you have Starlink, right? And if you can build on the land as well. So when you're looking at property, don't just ask, is this cheap? Is it safe? Is it legal? Can I actually use this land? I remember there are some lands that are protected lands. Like those heritage site lands. If the land is obviously in a river bed and you're looking at this land and them don't have 10, 15 acres surrounding it, and they must show you this one little piece in a river bed.
And sometimes the government has some restriction because of forestry.
Yes, forestry. Like we had to check that for both Ecostate and Riverstate. And checking it again. No, I don't want to put it. Checking it again for another property.
You
Is
want me
it?
to pull it?
No, it's okay. Thanks. Is it touching the forest reserves? Things like that. All right, because those lands are protected, you can't build on them. So, affordable should never mean risky. Affordable don't mean risky. Remember that, right? The goal is to buy wealth, not problems. Might cost you a little more, but it gives you peace of mind.
All right, so in the chat we have we'll get back to this one. Chris says, hi ladies, how much mortgage will the banks offer if you're buying a second house? So we can get back to that one. And Birdie says, Claudia, no, Black River will be the next city. I guess St. Elizabeth is now a good investment take. What's your take?
I don't know St. Elizabeth well. That's my problem.
But you know, Black
And
River.
the only thing I know about St. Elizabeth is Palmetto Estates, because I actually was involved in selling all those lots. But I do know Black River, I've been there. Whereas St. Elizabeth, I know. No, Middle Quarters.
We know wherever that
I know
area is at
Cockpit Country. Appleton Estate, yes, because I had to sell a house around there.
And we know where the Maroon Village is. Where's that?
That's Cockpit Country.
That's Cockpit Country.
Yeah, we have been up there. We've been up there to functions too. Don't like the road going up there. I hope they fixed it by now. But
I like the Black River side that we went through.
The government should be extending the highway to get there. As well. But I should take a trip down Black River. That's only if the roads are repaired though.
But I mean, after the hurricane, they're gonna do some major repairs down there.
Yeah. My thing is though, is it for our lifetime? Or is this for my grandchildren's?
I feel like it could be another tourist destination, like how Ocho Rios and Montego Bay is.
It is a tourist destination.
I mean,
now,
like, yeah, but it's like the fourth tourist destination.
Okay. What I do know is that they don't have a lot of subdivisions down there.
Yeah.
So the persons tend not to own their property, which is why they had so many temporary housing. So definitely they could do with some serious land subdivisions down there. But then it's to find the land.
I think land is in St. Elizabeth.
To find the land.
Yeah.
Land is in St. Elizabeth, but maybe not Black River so much.
No, but you don't have to be Black River because Black River is going to be the city, town. But certainly on the outskirts.
Okay.
Because not everybody lives in Ocho Rios. And not everybody lives in Montego Bay City.
Yeah, but you want economic activity to be able for them to purchase the land. So in other words, why they're clamoring for St. Andrew, Montego Bay, Ocho Rios is because we have all the services surrounding it.
Yeah, but
when we're in Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth, we tend not to have, even Manchester with Mandeville have more services than St. Elizabeth, which the capital is Black River. So you see, we have to be careful. We have to have the services.
Yeah, but I think government will
around
put in
it.
the services. Or at least put in a road and then the people go and put in the services.
For now, I think I prefer the other side. I prefer the east side.
I think
I
it's
prefer
long term though.
Portland. No, I think Portland is your best bet long in your lifetime. In
Yeah.
other words, you have long term and you have long term. So if you're talking about long term, then yes, you're talking about a Black River, you're talking about a St. Thomas too. But if you're talking about your lifetime, long term, which is another 10 years maybe, then you're talking about Portland. And you're talking about St. Anne and St. James. Now, St. Anne has not been fully developed. So it's Trelawney. So in my lifetime, if I want to realize the gains, here's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking Portland, St. Mary, St. Anne, Trelawney, St. James. And if I'm going to give it to you in order of how I'm thinking Portland. Right now they're starting that highway right there where we are at Norwich. And St. Anne next. And I would then probably put in St. Mary. Simply because St. Mary is near to Ocherius. And St. Mary is also near to Portland. Right? And then I would group Montego Bay and Trelawney together.
What about St. Thomas? They've now put in the highway.
That's again, it's a long term. Not long term.
So why don't you think Portland is long term? Because they're just putting in the road, like what they just put in the road at St. Thomas.
Because when you go to Port Antonio already have a very bustling town.
It does.
St. Thomas does not even have a KFC. Them just get it last week. So when you're driving through St. Thomas, you're saying, where is a town? Where is a town? I don't know where the town is because it's not defined. But in when you go to Portland,
that's where we drive through the people selling the whole chicken.
Yeah.
And the police station.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the town.
There you go. But when you're in Port Antonio, which is the capital of Portland, you feel like you're in a town. Yeah. Everything is there, and they're going to be building out Marina Village, this, that. I'm giving you a bypass to get to if you don't want to go into.
And hotels are coming. More hotels are coming down that side too.
Exactly.
You do and feel it. And they have some restaurant choices you have down there now.
Right, and they also have built the road, a nice road already.
Yeah,
they have. So, to me, Portland is your frontier if you want to conquer somewhere now. Portland is known for the higher, the richer tourism.
Hardly anything's for sale in Portland, though, you know.
I know.
There's very hard.
There's a reason for that. So Portland is definitely what I would focus on now, and St. Anne.
Okay.
Because St. Anne is a big enough parish. The developers haven't conquered St. Anne yet. So I would definitely look at Portland and I would leave St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland for Zanderzeven.
Jovan is asking, have you looked at the map that St. Andrew displayed in the government debates? Now is probably the great time to acquire land around the upcoming highway projects.
What map is that?
I guess there was some map shown during the government debates. You have to go and find it.
You'd have to go and find it. Or you can send us to our WhatsApp. 876-292-6776. I didn't even listen to the debate this year, to be honest. I need to go and look because I need to go and look at the roads that are coming up.
I find that I don't enjoy actually listening to the debate. I just like to know the information after.
No, I tend to just read the document. So it should be on the Prime Minister's site by now. I prefer to just read it or drop it in my AI and say, summarize this and tell me the important things.
Sophia has a question. Hi, Miss D and Tony. I would like to know if I am a voluntary contributor and I come to Jamaica regular, can I access one of the NHT units?
Once you're a contributor, yes. Once you're a contributor to NHT, you should be able to.
You just need to apply.
Just need to apply once they open it. Yeah. You just
And
need
then
to
once
apply.
you have enough points.
No more points. Once the algorithm choose you, whichever algorithm they're using.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, once you're a contributor, you can apply for any housing that NHT comes out with. All right, so now that I've taken you through, you're thinking how to. So we're now at the how to corner. But how does the system help you? Remember I said you need help, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're thinking you don't have the money, but you don't have to have all the money all at once. So think. The truth about buying real estate is that you don't need all the money up front. That's not how real estate works. So something costs 10 million, you don't need to find 10 million up front. All right. What you need to find, unless you're like some of my mentees who I've been mentoring over the years, who can now just flick out the cash and say, it's that. But then they've been with me for years, right? They started with this liquor place and this liquor place and this liquor place, and them kind of more aggressive than me too. I don't like to sell my properties. Them love for sell. I'm just want sell, move on, come that hour. Because them, you see, the student must be better than the teacher at all times. If a student is not better than the teacher was not, you never had a good teacher.
But I think to mom, they're at different level of risk taken. You're kind of older.
Yeah, I'm
so
older.
you're-
So my days of selling are so done with now. I am more hold position.
Mhm.
So yeah, they're younger, different stage. Right? For me to sell these guys, I have to drag me. I said, come mom, let's get rid of this. So there's a system in place to help you finance your purchase, spread the payments over time, and enter the market sooner. One of those things the person just mentioned, the National Housing Trust. Housing Trust helps you buy land, build a home, or purchase a property, which is purchase house and land together, right? A lot of persons are contributing to NHT, but they're not using it, Tony. Why? On the streets, I seem to think the NHTs are poor people.
Really?
Yeah.
I
had somebody said that to me, that the NHTs are poor people. I'm like, are they taking this NHT out of your pay? Yes. So they're giving you 9 million. So why don't you take it?
I've never heard NHTs for old people, but
Not poor people.
Right, I've heard NHTs for old people.
For old people.
Yeah.
NHT don't like old people. Can I tell you, NHT penalizes old people. First of all, if you're 60, they're giving you 10 years to repay.
No, I think they're talking about the NHT houses. That's the mindset.
Because of the point system.
Yeah.
You had to be older, of course, to build up the points. So that's because of the point system. And I think you just lost TikTok. Why?
No, just press it again.
No.
No, the side.
You have lost your TikTok. Literally.
Or your phone died.
How is that possible?
I thought it was charging.
How is that even possible?
Oh no. I still have like an hour left. Half an hour.
What? You need to go plug the scene directly somewhere.
Alright, I'll try.
Or maybe it's plugged into the wrong place. Oops.
Alright, we'll see.
All right. TikTokers, are they on that?
No.
We have to figure this out. All right, we can't leave anybody behind. So right now I'm leaving my TikTokers behind.
Let me see if I can help them.
All right, so remember you can use your NHT portal, right? NHT has an online portal that you can use. It's called NHT Online. You're going to go into Google, type in NHT Online. It opens up. If you are not registered before, you're going to register. Email and password. Something comes back to your email. If it says to verify, then you're going to go to the NHT with your ID and your TR and verify yourself. If not, if they already have you on the system, it will just send you back something, and then you just go back into the system. And you are now able to see your eligibility letter. What else? Contributions you made in the past. Contributions refund you took already. Contribution refunds that coming up. What else can you see? That's about what you can see. All you can see. So the National Housing Trust use that NHT online portal. Do not go to the NHT until you have tried to register on the NHT online portal and you're not registered. Then you go to NHT and get them to do what they need to do to get you on the system. NHT don't really want you in their offices. They want you to use the portal. Well, same thing like me. I wanted to use a portal. We're in the digital age, not analog, digital age, remember. So you're going to use that to tell you how much you qualify for, right? You're also going to be looking at, so let us say those of you who don't have NHT. So really, and even if you have NHT, this other portal that we have built, it's called MapHQ, MAPPHQ. The URL is actually live. So it's mappHQ.com, right, Tony?
Yes.
mappHQ.com. Go onto that portal. You can now register. Choose me as the agent or Tony as the agent. I don't think Tony registered, and Tony and herself as the admin.
Let me record. No, the other one. Plug it from your right hand side.
Oh,
Thanks.
these will become plugs as the admin. Tony's there as the admin. I don't think she's registered, but you can choose me as your agent. And there are mortgage officers there. You can choose them to help you. So we will help you through the process of getting pre-approved for a mortgage, which is where it starts. If you don't have the cash to buy the property, you're going to need help. And help is in the form of a loan called a mortgage from a bank or from NHT. Last week, I think we discussed the income bands, did we, for NHT? If you're earning between $16,000 to $30,000 per month, you go directly to NHT for your loan. Earning $16,000 to $30,000 per week, it's per week. $16,000 to $30,000 per week, you will go to NHT directly for your loan. Persons earning over $30,000 per week will have to face the bank. All right. And the thing is, don't go to the bank for a loan if you're not earning over $150,000 per month. Don't. You're not going to give you any loan, which is why NHT is your friend. So if you're listening to me, you're self-employed, you don't know how to get on the system, give Tony a call, 876-370-8138. Ask her to help you to get registered. She'll tell you what to do and all of that. All right. If you're self-employed, earning $30,000 per week or less, so $16,000 to $30,000 per week, guys, you must register. Pay your NHT, pay your statutory, pay NIS, pay education tax. At that income bracket, I don't think you don't pay income tax. So you don't have to worry about income tax, which is a 25% you pay. You don't have to worry about that. You will only pay the education, NHT, NIS. Very important for those of you who are self-employed, not saving any money. So you're going to use a portal. You're also going to use a map system that we created for you. We created it because we were tired of all the bottlenecks of people who can't get my pre-approval, especially those of you overseas. Have a serious problem getting a pre-approval, don't you? You get back on TikTok?
Sure who to call. No, not yet. Phone's completely dead.
Oh, not sure who to call and what else. Just having a serious headache. You told me. So tell them why. I mean, why did we create map?
Well,
I know why I created it, because of the headaches.
Because it gives you one portal that gives you access to two crucial people. Your Miss Davis the mortgage officer,
and other
and the mortgage officer.
right, and other agents. So our agents are on it. Some of them haven't registered yet, but they should register. Right. So it gives you access to the agents in our company to help you with the buying process.
All right, and it also gives you an application, an online application, so you can upload all the information that you need to give the mortgage officer. Instead of emailing randomly at different times, you can just follow the application process, upload all the documents that you need to upload, and then the mortgage officer can then look at all the documents that you have uploaded and make an assessment.
And they can email you, you can respond. You also have a portal for yourself that you can go back in, log in and see what are your updates, kind of thing. And we're asking the mortgage officers to try and get this done in 5 days.
Yeah.
Because seriously, I am tired of how long it takes for anything to happen in this country. It just takes too long. Seriously. Come on, guys. This is just paperwork. This is not rocket science.
There's some questions. One moment. Sharika says, I think persons need to focus more on buying on the open market than faithfully waiting on NHT schemes. NHT will never be able to provide homes for everyone. Use the benefit on the open market.
Right. That's
And
true.
Alicia says, I bought a house in Old Harbor 3 years ago without the NHT. Can I still access NHT to renovate?
Yes, you can. I think home improvement is $5 million. So you can get $5 million for home improvement. So you need to, if it's just home improvement, meaning you're going to change all the tiles, you're going to fix things on the inside, then yes, home improvement. But if you're going to do addition, now you need to go and get a blueprint that shows the addition. I'm trying to remember if you can get the money to do that. You should be able to do. I don't see why not.
To what? Do the addition?
You can?
I think so, yeah.
NHT's website is very comprehensive, guys. Go on the NHT website and you can check. Or if you can just ask Google or ask ChatGPT. I just love ChatGPT though. It talks to me, guys. It talks to me. So you don't have to buy the property cash. You're going to use a mortgage. The bank or NHT. Remember, we have the map system now. Use it. Log on, everybody. I want you to check it out. If you're having any problems, send me a WhatsApp so we can fix it. We have been testing, but I've decided to just go live. I prefer to just test it in the live environment. To be honest, I'm tired. We have been at this for, is it 3 years, Tony, or more? Could be more.
Yeah, probably 3 years.
And finally, this is why I say I must stick to it. Stick-to-itiveness. Oh gosh, if I don't see it on the screen, I can't call it. You must stick with it because eventually you don't know how, you don't know when, but the breakthrough happens. You don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know who will come to help. You don't know what other technologies are out there being built in the background that don't just come and help you do this.
Yeah.
Well, thank God for the AI. Because I tell you, we were struggling with this. We got some serious codes to do this, you know.
Time.
Yeah, and time.
Yeah.
One of the codes I got, I said, Tony, I think it was what, 17,000 US or something like that?
No, it was no. It was 17,000 US.
It was some thousands of US dollars.
No, it was a host cost. It was like 75,000 US.
75,000 US. And I said, Tony, no, we are going to buy a property with with that money. We do a man started. I hope they're not hearing it.
Let me see. Yeah, they're hearing it. Yeah, they're hearing it.
Tell me if it's really interfering, guys. We have a weed whacker man downstairs. Tony, maybe you could go ask him to go up to the top first. Come back down here. But all right. So you don't have to buy it cash. Remember, you're gonna use these mortgage people. Get on the app, get pre-approved, see how much you qualify for. Look at what the monthly payments look like. So the app also, when you scroll to the bottom, it has a mortgage calculator on it that allows you to put in some numbers and see what the monthly payment is gonna be, right? So use it. mappphq.com. Give me a feedback. Anything, give me your problems, let me know. I just want to test it now and get it moving. Tired of looking at it by myself and some of my other testers. Thank you so much, guys, for helping me to test.
Oh, Dancehall Entertainment had a similar question. I bought my property years ago and I didn't use my NHT. Can I start contributing to it and get a loan to renovate?
Yes,
I
can.
live overseas. Disconnection. Oh, it's back up.
The NHT, you'd be a voluntary contributor. So you want to send them an email. wecare@nht.gov.jm. Put it in the chat, Tony. wecare@nht.gov.jm. Tony, see if you can answer that weed whacker man to go up in the corner for me, please. Time to go up that side and we're soon finished, but he can go up that side. Or maybe he did up there already, I'm not so sure. All right, so go on the map. Remember, make an application to get your mortgage and let us know. So the NHT is there to support you, remember. And the mortgage systems fund your acquisition. And if you have a pre-approval in your hand, then the pre-approval will guide you as to which side of the jungle you're on. That's what the pre-approval does for you. It tells you you're in the apple jungle, you're in the orange jungle, you're in the grapes jungle. However, it doesn't mean if you're in the grapes jungle, you will go boom straight and buy some grapes. You may want to say, okay, let me buy 2 oranges instead of 1 grape, or buy 3 oranges instead of 2 grapes. All right, so remember that. You don't need all the money. You just need to understand how the system works. So while we wait on Tony Ann, let me see if I'm able to not break anything. Oh my God. Somebody says we're muted. Are you hearing the weed whacker man still? Tony tried to get him to move location. Why am I muted? Tony, they're saying we're muted. You are muted. Philip says we're muted. Are you hearing us, everybody? Oh, as I said, while Tony figured that out, as I see this figure that out, Tony, this is our backdrop, but man, we just couldn't find any man this weekend here to put it up. Everybody was so busy.
No, people are saying they're hearing.
Oh, the hearing. Somebody just said you're muted. Oh, okay, great. You're hearing now. Okay, so he's gone up in the corner.
Yeah.
All right, good. Now, once you understand the system, guys, you will stop saying you can't afford the property, right? You're gonna say, how do I structure this so that I can afford it? Right. How do you structure it? I remember there are different ways to buy a property, so I didn't put it on the screen, but one of the other ways is seriously vendor's mortgage. I've used vendor's mortgage to purchase a property already. So the vendor themselves, the person selling the property, can give you a vendor's mortgage. That way you don't even face the bank.
Yeah.
All right. So remember that too. So you can go into the seller and work out a deal. Now let's look at a real example. So let us say you're purchasing a land for 6.8 million. Purchasing a land for 6.8, your deposit is 340,000, which is 5%. Your loan amount actually is 6.460. And your loan term is 30 years. let us now have a look and see exactly. So if we're talking about NHT, so for NHT, lending you up to 15, if you earn up to 15,000 per week, you'll pay 17,900. Between 15 to 30, 20,800. And those are the income bands, right up to those who earn over 150,000, paying 34,600. So you see what I tell you when I say you must buy early. The less money you're earning is the less money you pay for the same loan. How is that possible? Only the NHT does that. The banks don't do that. The bank don't care how much you're earning. So for the same loan, right? No. So you find a house, and that's, as I said, the house is 6.8 million. Deposit of 340, because you need a 5%. The loan amount is 6,460,000, and you have a 30-year term. So for that, if you're earning 150,000, you're gonna pay 34,800. If you're a minimum wage earner, earning up to earning between 15,000 to 30,000, then you're going to pay 20,800 for the same loan. It's the interest rate in this case, in the NHT's case, is really based on how much you earn. So the NHT love people who earn a little bit of money, don't they, Tony?
Like that's how people say it's for poor people.
I guess. Yes. Because earning anything over 150,000, 5%, you're gonna pay.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go for a loan now from NHT, which I probably should, because I don't want a 5% loan I'm gonna get, although myself now want a more loan, you don't leave it for Zanders, they will pay. It is going to be at 5%, guys. How can you not love the NHT? I just love them. Right? Now, notice, as your income go up, you still have it on the screen, as your income go up, you pay more interest rate over the period, right? But what we're talking about here, we're only talking about at the highest 34,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
At the highest, 34,000 per month. If this were the $5 million loan for land, it would be even cheaper. But this is at 6.4 something, right? So you only have to wrap your head around finding 34,000 per month.
Yeah.
You're no longer thinking about $6.8 million, are you?
No.
No, you're not. Not with NHT or even a bank.
Okay.
Right? So
34,000 a month, not that unreachable.
No, it's not. So you just have to structure your life and your income so you can support either the 20,000 to the 34,000 payment per month.
Yeah.
And if you follow the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, and you do the 7 steps, you will easily restructure your life to cover any mortgages that might come about, right, Tony?
Yes.
So that's why pre-approval is important. The pre-approval is what tells you what is this monthly payment look like. What do I have to wrap my head around is a monthly payment. So when you go on the app, scroll down, you can now say, okay, this house is 5 million. You know what I should do? As I'm talking to you guys, you inspire me. I need to adjust the mortgage calculator so that it takes in the account if they're getting an NHT mortgage.
Okay, yes.
Where they can click, yes, getting an NHT mortgage, and it automatically adjusts those numbers.
So it'll need to get their income and age. Well, age you can account for.
Don't need to get the income band. So I'd have to put the income band in it. So the income band is what determines the interest rate. So if they're using the NHT, then I would need to ensure that the calculator picks up the income, figures out the interest band, and apply the interest to it, and subtracts it from the total to give them. So let us say they're taking a a 20 million loan and they have 9 million NHT.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 million will be calculated at X,
Mm-hmm.
and then the 11 million will be calculated at Y.
Okay.
All right, guys, you have inspired me. So I need to make that change to the calculator. Now that I'm discussing it, I never thought of it before. This is why
Because-
you have to talk to people.
Because says where you're getting land for 5 million.
Where?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Probably Clarendon.
Clarendon. You want to check for them?
I'll check.
You have a system out?
And Nico says, I'm in America, and VMB says they're only giving 80% loan for land. Is that so?
I think so, no.
Yes, for VMB.
For VMBS. Have you tried NCB? I'm about to ask NCB. I know JMB is 20%. Scotia is, 80%, I think. Scotia is 80%. JN is 75%. So you're now telling me that
VMBS,
VMBS is 80%. How can I afford it? Maybe the vendor's mortgage should triple now.
Mhm.
How can I afford it?
I think there's banks still giving 90% though for land.
Which bank? NCB? We need to check that.
And the other bank, CIBC, we need to check them.
CIBC? What about First Global?
I'd have to check.
All right, so we'll check them. So remember now the figures that I just gave you are estimates and can vary slightly based on what NHT is charging. NHT also adds the fee. So there's a 5% fee. I know when I did my loan, there was a 5% fee that you had to pay, but you don't pay it up front. It's added to the loan. So you don't really see it, but it's there. All right. But Tony, run the truck.
One moment. Let's look at the RJ first.
Well, you can look at RJ while they're on the truck. Yes, I run the truck twice. So guys, I built a song for you. That's why I'm telling her to run the truck. Drink the water. Oh, NCB gives 90%. I keep trying to open this thing. Tony needs to give me a proper. I know.
So you want to open it or not?
Yeah, I want to open it. I know I got a cup with my name on it. Where is it? From Donna. Got a cup from Donna.
Yeah, man.
Buffalo Soldier Donna.
No more waiting. We are move now. Them say them broke, so them not start. See the price and them get dark. Mind lock them afraid for the market. Never know say your system start. You no need to reach to begin. Just strategic to win. From you know where you qualified for. Your foot already in. For them a watch pan sideline. While and price a climb. Them want perfect same time. Now them late and miss time. Start smart, build it fast. Every move, adopt cash. From your step, on the ladder. Next level come quick, no pass. Buy what you can afford now. Step in the game, no stall now. Start small, level up fast now. Build wealth, make it tall now. Pre-approve, know your price now. Map tell you where you stand now. No more talk, action now. Real estate, we are run town. No more waiting, no more excuses. Start where you are, and build from there.
Yeah, Tony. Sound good. You ever played twice? While I'm still looking for this land, I don't find the land.
Farah says big selector.
Come, Tony, ever played twice? Did you get the words?
Laura says love it.
So you don't have the words on the screen.
No.
How can they access the words afterwards? You have to allow them. Maybe I should upload it to my YouTube, to my channel, Claudia Davis. I'm gonna upload it to the Claudia Davis JM.com.
That's your website, yes.
Tony, and go open that domain there now. ClaudiaDavisJM.com. Let's upload it there so they can listen to it.
All right.
But let them listen to it again. I'm still searching for the lot. That's under 5. That look like it's hard to find.
No, I found.
Your own.
It's in Race Course. It looks like they're selling several. It's like a little development. They're selling lot 1, 2, and 3.
Which parish?
Clarendon, Race Course.
Actually found 15 properties for. Hello. Why? But I'm not. Hold on. Search again. I'm not seeing it.
I'm trying to get the size.
5 million.
Oh, 10,000 square feet. 7,000 square feet, sorry. 7,000 square feet lots. Sharika said, I thought Miss D was a realtor, but I see she's a music selector.
Yeah, man. Run the track, man. Run the track. No, pull up. Not too much dance. No problem. I see one in Clarendon, Bella Plain. So Clarendon seems to be the cheapest. Just came on the market 17 days actually. Flat half-acre lot. Osborne Store. Osborne Store is a pretty popular place, you know.
It is?
Yeah. Osborne Store. Land, that look cute. Are you showing them the land? How big is this land? Hold on. It's like farmland.
It says Belle Plain. It's 21,000 square feet, but this is
Half-acre.
yeah.
Half-acre.
This is probably in the country though, because I'm seeing fencing, like farm fencing. Okay, so not so far in the country.
No.
Based on this map here.
Nope. Osborne Store is really close too.
Yeah.
From Tollgate to Osborne Store, main road, turn right at the Transport Authority office onto Bella Plain Road. Continue along the road. 7th left turn and 2nd right. Travel to, easy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a half-acre. Anything else outside of Clarendon? So, Race Course is also Clarendon, 4.5. This seems to be a subdivision, as Tony said.
There's something in Linstead, 1/4 acre.
And this have house already? This is part of a subdivision, it looks like.
Yeah.
Looks like they're just pegging out and starting. Fairly small. Anything else on the Clarendon? Oh, St. Elizabeth? Santa Cruz. This is a 1 acre, 4.5. Land part of Shelton, St. Elizabeth, Santa Cruz start to comprise agricultural land, 1 acre. Slope below road level at its frontage, a gradual upward slope into the hillside towards its eastern boundary. Rocky nature, severely overgrown. I know how long this frontage is. This looks like bush. There's like, the road is good. There's absolutely nothing else.
Something called West Prospecting Bog Walk is also for 5.5, 8,000 square feet of land.
Oh, so guys, it's a dusty man. You can actually buy it. Cullen Dunn. I know Cullen Dunn, White House. 6,000 square feet, a lot at the top of a hill. I know Cullen Dunn. This is a good scheme. I'm seeing lot 2 Denby as well. Denby for 5 million. That should be close to the town. Yeah, should be in close proximity to Main Pen. I'm also seeing Rock Hall. Hold on there. Located just 2 miles from the Red Hill Square. In Rock Hall. I know Rock Hall because I'm used to going up into Cooper's Hill. Let me see. Past Fesco. At this point, you'll be about 5 minutes. Really? Take right at the first Y, pass for call Methodist and continue bill.
Nika asking how Portmore price is going. Well, you know, if I'm 5 million in Portmore.
Portmore. Well, no, that's not enough. Portmore,
Uptown people place, as they would say.
Portmore. Litigated scheme as a Portmore for 40 odd million. Like, what?
But to be fair, Portmore now look like Uptown. Remember we were there in the night?
Guys, if you ever drop in a Portmore in the night around but Portmore Pines is Portmore Pines. The place are foreign, me I tell you.
Not only that, TGIF was always known to be in Kingston 6.
Yeah.
And their next branch that they opened recently is now in Portmore.
Yeah, we went there the other night.
Yeah.
We went in, but one of the food I refused it, but I still paid for it. I never like how it's too wetty. But when we were coming out, persons were waiting to be seated. I was like,
I know, we went early. It's a good thing.
These guys underestimated Portmore purchasing power. Let me see. Portmore is St. Catherine. Problem with this, you want land in Portmore. The thing is, land in Portmore is limited to Edgewater, Morris Meadows, Portmore Pines, Hellshire, Cedar Grove.
Yo, man. No more waiting. Yo, man. No more waiting. We are move now. Them say them broke, so them not start. See the price and them get dark. Mind lock them afraid for the market. Never know say your system start. You no need to reach to begin. Just strategic to win. From you know where you qualify for. Yo, man. No more waiting. We are move now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to stay on the screen for a while because I'm not seeing the other screen pop up. But here's a question.
Which other screen?
The screen that shows us.
Oh.
I'm not sure why it's not showing us anymore. I think my camera got disconnected. But I'm gonna check it. So someone says, Miss Claudia, what I want to ask you, even though I'm Jamaican and working in the US, which bank is giving 90 to 95% loan?
All the banks are giving 95, but are they still giving it? I know JN was saying something about they're no longer giving. Are they still giving it? I think JN is still giving it. Jump on our app, Map HQ, register. I remember you can start talking to one of the loans officers on the app. For some reason, I'm not seeing. Why am I not seeing any? Oh, who ever thought about $5 million Portmore for land? No wonder I'm not seeing any. Guys, Portmore don't have land for $5 million again here.
No, it doesn't.
I'm seeing lands, but not Portmore.
All right, we're back now. All right, it's not working.
Okay, so give me back my rhythm.
Yo, man. No more waiting. We are move now. Them say them broke, so them not start. See the price and them get dark. Mind lock them afraid for the market. Never know say your system start. You no need to reach to begin. Just strategy to win. From you know where you qualify for. Your foot already in. For them a watch pan sideline. While and price a climb. Them want perfect same time. Now them late and miss time. Start small, build it fast. Every move, adopt cash. From your step, on the ladder. Next level come quick, no pass. Buy what you can afford now. Step in the game, no stall now. Start small, level up fast now. Build wealth, make it tall now. Pre-approve, know your price now. Map tell you where you stand now. No more talk, action now. Real estate we are run down. No more waiting.
No more waiting.
No more excuses.
No more excuses.
Start where you are and build from there.
Build from there. Start where you are and build from there. Hear what the DJ said, guys? No more waiting. No more excuses. Start where you are and build from there. So that DJ was my AI. Go on to which one of them we're using? I love song.ai.
Yeah,
I love song.ai. You can pay for a yearly subscription, which we actually did. It's very cheap. And start using your AI, guys. So you can use ChatGTP to fix up your song for your lyrics if you don't have the lyrics. Like me have some lyrical content in me, you know, so me will give my chorus and prompt and say, this is what I want. And then it fix up the rest. But you can go to I love songs.ai and get your system in place with this AI. That's the next thing. That's it run away from some people already. Don't run from me yet.
Nicole says, I've just registered and uploaded my documents. But Nicole says, I uploaded my actual card though, Tian card though, it's not notarized. That's okay.
That's okay. So you also have a portal, so you can go back and see what you uploaded and if there's anything missing. So Tonya is the admin on that, so she will go in and check the back end to make sure that you're attached to a mortgage officer if you didn't choose one, and attached to an agent if you didn't choose one as well.
I'm seeing something here in Portmore Park.
Thank you so much for using the app. So Tony, you need to make sure that she's the first live person. You need to remember that.
Yes. Remember Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole.
So
Thank you.
3,400 square feet is for sale in Portmore.
Where?
For 16.5 million.
What you saying? Where that is? Give me the code.
90 91 9.
91 9. Whoa.
Really well.
A 3,000 square foot lot. No man, hold on. This must be a commercial lot. Let's see if it's a commercial lot. Maybe we could have run it down. In Portmore's prime. Heart of Portmore Park. Three minutes away from Price Mart, Scotiabank. What you said? No, sir. Then all this stuff. No, man.
What?
Why is it on the market so long? Something wrong.
Maybe people don't like the price. But if they know what we know, the price not too bad. You can do a lot with 3,500 square feet these days.
This looks like a commercial area.
No, it's not. It's residential.
Not commercial. It's residential.
Yeah, man, residential.
But I'm seeing like 1, 2, 3 half-finished buildings.
But some persons have finished.
I'm confused. Where in Portmore is this? Which scheme? Start at Mandela.
Oh, it says
Exit Dyke Road, Gregor Park, continue straight.
Oh, it says both lots are being sold. Together both lots are 6,900 square feet.
No, but it's 2 different lots being sold.
So each lot is for 16.5.
Right. turn left onto Portmore Parkway, right onto Columbus Boulevard, turn left, drive to lot 36. Where on earth is this?
I know where
Confused.
Cumberland Boulevard is. That's the road you take to go June when you come from the other side.
Are they seeing your screen?
No.
You need to show them the pictures.
Let me see if I can get to my screen.
32 million. Nah. Think I could have done better than 32 million. Portmore. I'm gonna spend 16 million.
I don't think you can actually. I mean,
Can I get one of these houses for 16 million and do the same thing?
Can I get a house right there for 16 million?
Where are
They're
they?
selling extended quads for close to 20 mil now.
But
Which
I'm
is
still
what the
conf-
house would be.
Yeah, but I'm still lost as to where this is.
Oh, let me help you out with that, guys. Let me go on NLA.
I'm seeing all these upstairs not finished. People love block and steel. Unfinished.
Give me the title information.
Oh, we're still on live, so you need to make sure the persons are seeing.
Yeah, they're seeing my screen.
Oh guys, the show has finished. Let me wrap this show up. Once Tony and I get going on this thing, we could go on and on. 1294-713. 1294-713. So everybody, thank you so much for coming on. Don't be afraid to buy real estate. Remember, you're only thinking about the monthly payment. You're not thinking about the big 16 million a year. So if this, I'm looking at it, is this something that makes sense at the 16 million? So thank you again so much. Tony, you want to say anything? We're wrapping up. But those of you who want to stay we're going to look at this property properly. Somebody asked us about Portmore. I didn't realize the prices had gone to 16 million for a piece of land in Portmore. Not even a commercial. This is a residential lot, guys.
I think I know where this is. All right, so Brayton Parkway, 4 ways here. So where is this? Municipal Boulevard.
What is that scheme right there in a triangle? Those 4 triangles on the main.
And this is a police station. Police station is
Which
this
police
100
station?
man?
100 man. Oh, so that's a further Portmore. Scotiabank.
Okay, so Port Henderson here. So I know Port Henderson. But Port Henderson from which way?
Which side? Oh,
Okay, German Road. So this is Bridgeport
that's
here.
Bridgeport,
Coming
come
down
up Port
here.
Henderson, you
Turn
turn
by
left.
the roundabout here.
Keep left. Keep left and you pass conduits.
Where?
Keep left.
Here, so?
Yeah. And you pass KFC and Burger King. Keep going down that road.
But why are we going down that road?
Where is the place?
Place is
Oh, it's
here.
up there. Oh, so you keep right then. Right to the roundabout. And you come out.
This is a good area.
Hold on then.
Because right here, so is the new plaza.
At the new plaza, them not at the tax office.
That
and all
means
of
this here, so is where?
That's on a corner.
Yeah, what's on that corner? Is that government place right there, so?
No, that's a plaza with
Is that Nagahead,
No, that's a plaza, man. After you pass, so Scotiabank is down on the left side.
The left side.
If you go left with your screen.
Scotiabank is here.
Scotiabank is somewhere there. Yeah,
And this is the gas station.
and that's the gas station.
right.
So when you pass it, that's a new plaza that's over there says a pretty one that Chinese and built.
Right, and
on
this
that
is the
corner.
3 calls.
Those are the 3 call
So,
centers.
but it's not there, so we need to come back to this corner.
Yeah, but we need to figure out from there where we are. So go back down to Scotia. So when you go to Scotia, you leave Scotia, then you come to the new plaza that Progressive built.
Yeah.
Then beside that, I
This
think
is where Fridays is too.
Fridays is, and I think there's another plaza, or is that the tax office?
There's a
The
tax-
tax office is somewhere there as well. And then you come to a corner, I know that corner. They make the right turn.
Mhm.
So make the right turn. You make the right turn behind now. You have to come behind.
Here.
Yeah, come on that road. I know there's some. They make that right turn and get into that scheme.
It's a small scheme.
Yeah. Right behind the
The
plaza.
only issue, well, not really an issue, because there's a swale there. This is, what's it? This is Newland?
No, Newland up the road from Palmetto Pines. That's not Newland.
So which one is this?
Uh,
Of course it's Newland. So the road there, Newland. Alright, this is the road to June? Yeah.
That's the road to June. So Newland come all the way down there, so
Mm-hmm.
kind of look far. I thought that was Newland now. Right there, so.
This here?
Yeah.
The whole road says,
It's a Newland road, but that's not a Newland. So the new scheme there that
Yeah.
just built.
okay.
That's the Portmore Pines across the street.
Oh, okay. Wrong place then.
But I don't know what that is. I try to remember it. I never realized you had so many. You come to that little roundabout, they just open up that road and put in dual carriage.
It's a JUTC bus park here.
That's the right.
Okay, got you. It's not a bad area.
Let's go look at it, because we're going into Portmore later.
It must be the size why people shunning it at the price. They're thinking they can get more.
They're not thinking possibilities.
I think what they're thinking too is if you look over at Phoenix Park, the Phoenix Park people are selling those new houses for how much?
30 mil.
Right, on the same 3,005 square feet.
Mm-hmm. But it's either you have 30 mil or you have 16 mil.
Mhm.
Which one you have? 30 mil or 16 mil? I kind of like the fact that it is close to everything.
Mhm.
It's an easy rental actually, if you put in that
Infrastructure.
But the parking is gonna be tricky.
Yo, man.
And what you would
No more
compare it
wait.
with. So when you're a seasoned investor, guys, you compare it with what else could you get for 16 million?
Mhm.
That would make sense. If there's nothing else for 16 million, what you're really buying here is Kingston. You're buying St. Andrew, but you can't find a St. Andrew land for 16 million. That makes sense.
Not so close to services too. It's gonna be further up.
Further up, yeah. It's gonna be up in the hills.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody, we're gonna clock out now. Thank you so much for staying with us on this journey,
Mhm.
and we will see you next week.
All right. Bye everyone.
Bye. Anywhere from 10 to 15,000, just depends on your fixtures. How much money that?
I don't know. To find
I calculated it at 1,000. So that is 10 million to 15 million. You suppose you can do it? You can't find a calculator?
No, this is barely charged.
Jovan probably gone. Never see the question. That was your last question?
Yes.
Phoenix is how much? 850?
810.
810 times 15. I'm gonna run it at the highest.
Yeah, cause you want all the fancy stuff.
Yeah, so that's 12.150. And how much is a lot? A lot of how much? 16.
16.5, I think.
28,650,000. Still back to that. Yep.
Yeah, the only thing is you don't have the gated community amenities.
Yep. But you pay 2 million less. It's at 28,650,000. And well, if you don't need the gated, you have to pay the extra 10,000 extra a month either.
True.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
But
You can spend the time putting in your dog and your cameras and your king alarm.
But I'm looking here, I don't see any single level housing. Oh yeah, the one beside it is single level. Person's trying to go upstairs though. Trying to go upstairs. All right. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
What command started?
Well, you did tell him 12 o'clock.